just love, if you just joined, I'd love to hear your name and what your favorite television character is. Hard questions, I know.
By the way, this is Sarah Congress, hilarious playwright at large on Zoom. Yeah, what's your favorite? Maybe you should go first, Sarah.
No. Bronca's raised it. Nexi raised their hands. Let's go.
Yeah.
And we're gonna start.
My name is Grace. Sorry, I actually forgot to change my name. My name is Grace. So, my favorite TV show character would have to be Villanelle from Killing Eve. I also like, I can't really think, I forgot her name, but it's from this show called Grey's Anatomy.
Oh my goodness. So basically every character who's fabulous. Okay. Is it McDreamy?
I forgot his name.
Okay. That's a fantastic show that went on for decades. All right. Who would like to go next, or I can introduce myself? My goodness, Mac, I feel like you had your hand up at some point. You want to share with us?
I didn't, but I will go. I'm Mac, and I don't really have a specific person I can think of, but I'm a really big fan of Bill Hader, so whatever he does, I like it.
Favorite Bill Hader movie?
That's a tough one. There's this movie called To-Do List. It's with Aubrey Plaza too, and he's in that. I like that movie a lot. So
Hader's fabulous. He could play like any part. I always talk about in my class like the throwaway character, like, you know, the character that shouldn't be such a strong role, like I don't know, in Bridesmaids, the two roommates, or a post office person, just someone who should be a throwaway character. But if you give it to Bill Hader, it's not a throwaway character. It's like the main character. And it's just like so brilliant. Awesome. Okay, who else? Arden, I feel Bernardo, you go. Awesome.
Okay, it took me a long time to think about it, but I guess it'll be Peyton Hobart from The Politician.
Wow. Very cool. I only watched the pilot episode. By the way, everybody, pilot episode means the first episode of a television show. And that episode is so difficult to write because you have to cram in so much exposition. So that is what that means. That's a great show. Okay, who else? Yes, Ava?
I think Steve Carell from The Office, and I didn't realize how good of an actor and how good of a job he played with his character until kind of like I finished The Office, but he did like a very good job playing it, you know, because he had to be kind of like an annoying person, but then also very likable, and yeah, I think he did a good job doing that.
That's a fantastic answer. And then he became a movie star pretty much after that, and so did Jim Krasinski.
Oh my God, he was on Saturday Night Live.
He just goes on Saturday Night Live. So basically, if anyone wants to be an actor, just get in The Office, basically. Just kidding. All right, and I believe Miss Arden, did you wanna say your favorite character, television character?
I'm Arden. I think my favorite character would probably be John Ralphio from Parks and Rec. Yeah.
Again, I mean, you can't go wrong here. What is your favorite Parks and Rec episode? Just out of curiosity.
Probably the one where she's setting up her, like, she's giving a speech or something, but everything goes wrong. Like, it's supposed to be at a basketball court, but it's an ice rink, so she can barely, like, walk to the podium. And the podium, there's no stairs, so she has to, like, haul her body on top of it. It's really funny.
It is really funny, and it's very doable. Because
yeah.
Was that's just a classic. Television's not very hard to write. Anybody can do it. We all could sit here and write, which we will in a minute. We will write a television show together. But it's really, you just take a situation that should be easy. Like, you know, Jim Krasinski from The Office wants to go to the DMV to renew his license. And then everything stands in his way. So literally, you know, the pesky neighbor bothers him. He runs into his ex-girlfriend on the subway. His mom calls. She's having trouble opening the fridge. Like, and then, you know, and that's literally an entire episode of something. So it's just like obstacles standing in the way of your hero trying to get what they're looking for. Hello.
Hello.
We are just going around the Zoom squares talking about just saying our names and then our favorite television character.
Okay.
So would you like to jump on in?
Sure. Hi guys, my name is Maya Chamberlain, and my favorite TV show character. That's a pretty good one. Are we allowed to change it later?
You're allowed to do like top 10.
Okay. Then Finn from Adventure Time. That's a cartoon. Dexter from Dexter.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Joe from You. If you watch You.
I watched every single episode. Has anyone else seen You on Netflix? I mean, my goodness. That's
Then his crazy girlfriend, I think her name was like Summer or Happy, something like that.
Summer, who's like more crazy than he is.
Yes, I love her.
You're doing great. If anybody else just joined but we can't see you, feel free to
Ariel.
Audio. Say your favorite television character and your name.
I'm Graydon, and I think my favorite television character, I really don't have one favorite, but definitely Steve Carell. So Michael from The Office, and then, you know, everybody in Arrested Development is great. I love that show. So yeah.
Oh, speech, Graydon. That's fantastic. There's always money in the banana stand. Okay, so that was fantastic. Anybody else that we can't see that would like to now say their name and their favorite television character?
Is it okay if I say a Netflix show? Because I don't honestly really watch that much TV.
To do streaming. You're allowed to say streaming. Streaming is still under the WGA umbrella, the Writers Guild of America, so go right ahead.
Okay. Well, I think probably Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. I really like her.
Fantastic choice. Very, very fantastic. Anybody else? Hi, Ariel. Do you want to say your favorite television character?
Oh, sorry. I had a bad connection. I heard you called my name. Oh, okay. My favorite television character would probably be Seuss from Gravity Falls, if anybody knows that show. And Sam from iCarly.
We have some fantastic voices here. This is wonderful. Okay, so my name is Sarah Congress, and I am a comedic playwright, television writer, and musical book writer. I work in Los Angeles and in New York City a lot. And I also work at Columbia University, and I teach television writing with the wonderful Knowledge Project with the wonderful Sheila and Meg over here in my two boxes to my left and my right. So yeah, I thought it would be fun if we watch an extremely important clip from television that is just so groundbreaking. That is so, you know, this just really shows you characters. It's a classic. I think you all know it. It's a little show called Hey Arnold. So what did we learn about the characters? We had Gerald and we had Arnold. What did we learn about them? What character traits do we know about Arnold, aka the banana? Say that Arnold, for example, had moral code. He was like, we should go to the play. And versus Gerald was like, what?
I see that Arnold is easily influenced. And you said his name was Gerald, the other character? Gerald is kind of like a ringleader, but in a negative, possibly a negative influence.
Definitely. Arden, I think you had something to say.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Anybody else? Banana? Anybody have any comments on the banana? Arnold? Yeah, he's like a good kid, and his friend's a little bit of a troublemaker. Okay, so that was a fun clip. The fun thing about television is it's all about the characters. It's not really rocket science. It's just about situations and what you do with your characters in certain situations. We're going to read a little bit of my television show. So I hope we have some actors here. This is one of my pilots that I'm working on, which my agent said, or the person maybe my agent said was funny. So let's see if he was buttering me up or if it's actually true. All right, so who would like to read? I need some actors. I'm going to stop sharing. I need some actors in the house. Who would like to raise your hand if you would like to be an actor for cable television today? Cable television. Okay, fantastic. So Bernardo, I'm going to give you the very difficult task of being all the screen directions. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of reading, but you're the man for the job. So we got you. Now, do we have anybody who would like to be a ghost? Would like to play a very fabulous ghost? It's male, but you could be a female. Am I saying your name right? Mia?
Maya.
Maya? Okay. Maya, would you like to play Norman the ghost of a dead regional theater actor?
I'd love to.
Okay, fantastic. So we have Norman. Now we need Michael. We need someone who's, just like a little bit dramatic, but we really love him. He's just, he's our protagonist, and we really love him, but he's a little over the top. Who would like to play Michael? I think that Arden would like to be Michael. Fantastic. Okay. And then can I get a chipper Canadian bartender? Who would like to play Monica, the chipper Canadian bartender? Mac, it's got you written all over it. This part is for you. You're going to be star. I'm going to call your agent. And can I get a Sheila? I would like you to play Timmy, the Tim Hortons cashier. Ava, my love, can you please be? I'm going to give you Vanessa, the real estate agent, which is a very large part. So I hope you're prepared. You're a ruthless real estate agent. Okay. And if we come into more parts, we'll cast them as we go. That's the magic of television. Okay. All right. And also, Bernardo, just so you know, if you see something called Meg, you're going to read overhead announcement. Fantastic. She's so excited, isn't she? Okay. We all have our parts. We excited? Been to hair and makeup. We're ready. Okay. Fantastic. Let's go. This is a sitcom. Let's read this sitcom. Take it away. Bernardo.
Oh, Toaster City by Sarah Congress.
Fantastic. You're going to read all of this.
Gotcha. Introduction, mention, Oh, Toaster City, Canada, evening. Gothic and gaudy old house, thunder and lightning is heard. Off-Broadway American actor Michael, 36, over the top, but lovable, sprints down the steps of the Imperial Staircase.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Norman, a ghost, 40, storming, intelligent, tries to catch up to Michael.
Michael!
Painting for breath.
Michael, will you please slow down and let me explain?
Michael stops at the bottom of the stairs.
Are you still a ghost?
Yes, I'm still a ghost.
Then no, you may not explain.
Cut to introduction, basement.
I left New York City so that I could de-stress and get away from my ex.
Norman manifests into the basement. Michael screams.
Ah! Not to be haunted by the ghost of a murdered regional theater actor.
Michael, how many times do I have to tell you? I'm not haunting you. I just happen to also reside here in this house. That is, until my murder is avenged, or we reach the end of eternity, whichever comes first.
Michael takes a crucifix off the wall and points it forcefully at Norman.
Stay back, demon, or I will send you back to hell.
Norman pulls the crucifix out of Michael's hands.
I'm a ghost, not a vampire. Grow up!
End of cold open. To introduction, Toronto Airport Bar a week earlier. Michael, depressed and intoxicated, downs a martini.
Excuse me, chipper Canadian bartender lady. Can I get another drink?
Yeah. Oop.
Okay, Monica, the bartender. 40s, happy Canadian. Takes his
Careful
glass.
now. Don't want to be all topsy-turvy on the plane now.
Michael gives her a sad smile and rubs his temples.
Aren't you that semi-famous actor? Hey, Timmy.
Monica calls over to Timmy, the Tim Hortons cashier.
Haven't you seen him on TV?
Him, no.
I'll give you a hint. I had a little recurring guest role on the little show called La and.
Oh, yeah, I know. You were on the Muppets.
That's it. He was on the Muppets.
Cut to introduction, airport terminal. Michael, carrying a Star is Born themed luggage, walked to his flight.
Flight 666 to Old Toaster City, now boarding. Don't forget to pick yourself up a box of Timbits at Timmy Hortons before the flight now.
Introduction, flight 666. Michael sits on the window seat and throws back a mini vodka.
Look at me, flying to Canada, fleeing New York City, leaving my apartment, my friends, Soul Cycle, Victor. It's all your fault, Victor.
Vanessa, 40s, real estate agent, ruthless, looks at Michael.
Victor? Who's Victor?
Who's Victor?
Yeah, who is he?
Only the most brilliant off-Broadway musical revival director in all of Manhattan, and the man who broke my heart.
Fantastic. Everyone give yourselves a round of applause. Wonderful acting. Fantastic. Okay, so what did we learn about Michael?
He's originally from New York City, that he is an off-Broadway actor, and that he was dating the director and that they broke up.
Yes, it's like a soap opera. It's like a soap opera. We take ourselves so seriously in television. Fantastic. Anyone else? What did we learn about? What did we learn about the world, the ghost? Who's this ghost? What's going on? Yes. Arden.
The ghost resides in the house and is not technically haunting Michael, but just lives in the house where he moved in.
Yeah, how insensitive of Michael. Like, Michael really doesn't understand the world of the ghost, right?
Exactly.
Indeed. Yeah. Anybody else? What did we learn about the world? What did we learn? That was just 3 pages. What did we learn in those 3 pages? Or what was funny? What was surprising? What happened?
I wanted to know why he was going to Canada, if he was running away or there was some reason. And I was also very intrigued around who and why the ghost. So I really want to know more about that.
Fantastic. Arden, yes.
I really like the opening and how it just like threw you into the story and you like had to figure out as you went. And it was like, yeah.
Fantastic. That's called a cold open. So, for example, in the show 30 Rock, the cold open is Liz Lemon in a bagel shop at H&M Bagels buying all of the bagels just so nobody else can have them. And then she takes them all to her television job and nobody wants the bagels. She had to be right. So cold open just pushes you directly into the story. Speaking of which, you guys are so smart. I think you could write a cold open right now. Shall we all write a cold open together? Let's do it. We're going to use the television characters that you just talked about, your favorite television characters. So we're going to just do a cold open together. Cold open. All right. Give me a setting. Someone just shout. This is how writers' rooms work in Hollywood, baby. Somebody shout out a setting. Where are we going?
A hotel.
I got a hotel. What else I got?
In Miami.
Movie theater, Miami. I think so.
Oh wait, no, actually Hawaii.
Okay, I'm gonna put us in a hotel in Hawaii. Okay. Now, fun fact: when you do interior means inside. That looks like that. Exterior is EXT, outside. And that's so the camera knows what they're shooting. So we're gonna be interior, Hawaii, hotel in Hawaii. Now, what kind of hotel is this? Is this a 5-star hotel? Is this a fancy hotel?
It's a fancy, really fancy.
Luxurious.
Luxurious hotel. Okay, so it's luxurious. Can everybody see okay? Can we all see
Can we name the hotel?
exterior luxurious hotel? And then we do Hawaii. Is it day or night? Midnight?
Day?
Night.
Oh,
Night.
Night. Evening. Great. All right, you guys have already set up an opening camera shot. You've all been paid $6,000. It's fantastic. Fantastic work. Everyone's doing a great job. All right. Whose television character is here? You all came here with a television character. You said, this is my favorite. It's my favorite television character of all time. So who's going to be hanging out? Which character's hanging out in this hotel?
Villanelle.
What was that?
Villanelle.
Villanelle. Okay, who else?
George Bluth.
What was that?
George Bluth.
George Bluth, and let's get another one.
Kimmy Schmidt.
What was that?
Kimmy Schmidt. Like
Kimmy Schmidt. Okay, guys, I'm a sucker for Kimmy, so I'm gonna put Kimmy Schmidt in the hotel. But your other characters are gonna come in later. Kimmy Schmidt. And now, how do we describe Kimmy? I'm gonna say she's like 28, friendly, naive. We have 2 adjectives. So you get the age, and then do a comma, and then you do 2 adjectives. Let's have 2 adjectives to describe Kimmy Schmidt.
Bubbly.
Bubbly. Fantastic. Bubbly and
Energetic.
what was that?
Energetic.
Energetic. Hell yeah. Kimmy Schmidt, 28, bubbly and energetic. I think she's working at the hotel, right? Works the front desk of the hotel. And what does Kimmy say?
Wow, this hotel is amazing.
Backpack, I'm so glad I have this job. Kimmy kisses for backpack. Okay. And then I think George Bluth enters? No? Who else would enter?
Yeah.
George Bluth?
Villanelle.
What was that?
Villanelle.
Noah Nell?
Villanelle.
Villanelle. Who is Villanelle?
She's from Killing Eve.
Villanelle. Okay, I'm just Googling this really quickly. Villanelle. Killing Eve. Funny thing about the author of Killing Eve. Hold on one sec. This is very interesting. So you were taking a TV writing masterclass from a playwright to television crossover artist. One of the showrunners and television writers for Killing Eve is a woman named Phoebe Walter-Briggs, who is a playwright turned actress television star who wrote Fleabag, Killing Eve, and is a major deal. She just won all the Emmys. So, fantastic connection. Villanelle from Killing Eve. Okay. Villanelle walks in. I'm just going to copy this because I don't know how to spell her name. No, I'm not? Okay. Villanelle walks in. Villanelle. How old is Villanelle? About?
21.
21. 2 adjectives. Let's describe Villanelle in 2 adjectives.
Put serious. That's a better word.
Serious and
stoic.
Stoic. Fantastic word. Enters the hotel lobby. And she says,
be quiet. It's late at night.
And Kimmy says, what would Kimmy Schmidt say to that?
Oh, sorry.
Be quiet back then. Great. All right. And what does Villanelle want? Does she need a room?
Yeah. A room.
With an ocean view?
Yep.
And Kimmy says, oh,
That's too expensive.
So if someone comes in and says, I want a room with an ocean view, I might say how much it is first. That'll be, shout out a funny number, guys.
666,000.
Thank you. Villanelle, size. What does she say? What would Villanelle say in this situation? Anyone can.
Oh, I guess you could like say I guess and then just throw the credit card on like the front desk.
Villanelle throws a credit card at Kimmy's. Okay. The hotel door swings open. Who comes in?
Winston from New Girl.
Can you remind everybody which one Winston is of the roommates in New Girl? How would you describe Winston in three adjectives? Like, what is he always doing? What's he like? Like Joey and Friends. I would say Joey and Friends loves to eat, is very Italian, he's an actor, and he loves Chandler. Winston's
a cop. He's goofy and oblivious.
Brilliant. Yeah. Fantastic. Okay. Enters. And maybe he would say something like, someone call the cops. Villanelle would say, I think Villanelle's in trouble all the time with the cops, right?
Oh, brother.
Brother? Okay. Fantastic. All right. The hotel door swings open. Who comes in? What other character?
John Ralphio.
John Ralphio. How do you describe John Ralphio?
He's like a scammer.
How old is he?
Oh, he's like 25.
25, scammer.
He's kind of all over the place.
Sporadic.
And very flirtatious.
Enters. Maybe he eyes Kimmy up and down. Hey, who are you? And Kimmy would say something ambivalent, like oblivious, like, I'm Kimmy Schmidt. I lived in a shelter under the ground for 20 years. Okay. And then suddenly there's a hurricane outside. And Villanelle would say, oh, God, not again. And then Winston could say something like, everybody duck and cover. End of cold open. Okay. And that is just your introduction. You guys just wrote a cold open. You guys just wrote a cold open for a television show. Like, give yourselves a round of applause. And I'm going to be formatting and sending these to all of you. Yeah. Cold open, written by 2/2/2021. That's not the date. 2/1/2021 Masterclass. You guys just literally wrote a cold open. Possibilities are endless. Possibilities are endless. Okay. So, what did you guys learn writing a cold open?
Stage directions go on the left, and the actual dialogue is centered.
Yes. What else?
That the cold open is usually like the first word that you're hearing from this character. So like it has to be something that shows like what the character is like, you know? Like some quick line that shows the character's personality.
Also, like the mood of the show is established, and like how the characters interact and how they communicate.
That's absolutely fantastic. Anybody else? Okay, well, I think that we should watch another series clip before we do a little in-class writing, individual writing. Okay, so this is, I'm warning you, it's a very serious scene from Arrested Development called Fire Sale. What did we learn?
It's a docu-series show, like something. It's like that. It's a mocky series, I guess.
Yeah, like The Office.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anybody else?
Tobias's character is very eccentric and really gives his all to everything he does.
Yes, absolutely. So this is one of my favorite SNL sketches. Watches SNL. That's television too, man. Satire counts. So Meg has seen this clip in our adult class, but we are going to watch Hobbit Office because that takes, if you ever don't know what to write humor-wise, if you're like, I don't have a joke, Sarah, easy solution. Take two things that don't belong together. Two things. Like Hobbits and the show The Office, and put them together, and you're going to have humor. So what are two things that don't belong together that could be funny? For example, a lactose intolerant person that works at Dairy Queen. What's another one? Two things.
A person who is allergic to dogs but owns like a dog adoption house.
Brilliant. Brilliant, Ava. Anybody else? Two things that shouldn't belong together that are together.
If Porky the Pig worked at like a slaughterhouse.
That's so sick and twisted. I love it. Yes, you're absolutely right. That would be funny. Anybody else? Yes, Arden.
A chicken selling chicken nuggets.
Woo, all right. I think the only thing we can do now is just watch Hobbit Office. Hobbit Office. Great example. Two things that don't belong together. Okay, so everybody, we're going to write for just a minute individually. So you have your character that you came with, your favorite television character. I want you to put them in a coffee shop, and I want you to do just a couple sentences of they're having the worst day ever, and they're telling the barista. So you have your favorite television show character of all time that you came into the class with, and they're at their coffee shop. Yes, Gabby.
Should it be them as like in real life or them in their character?
In their character, like if it was the television show. That's a wonderful
And
question.
they're talking to who?
They're talking to the barista, so like the coffee person. They're complaining, they're like venting to the coffee person, the barista, the cashier at the coffee shop, at the Starbucks about their day. Just 2 to 3 sentences. Okay. So you just want to wrap up what you're writing? Fantastic. Anybody want to share?
Hey, Just Watson, you seen anything suspicious? Wait a minute. Is that hot sauce on your shirt, or you get nosebleeds often?
Very, very good. That's amazing that you wrote that in 2 minutes. Anybody else want to share their little piece?
I like Ryan Seacrest. He's not from any show, but I like him. And he moved to New York, and he's on Kelly Ripa's Ryan Seacrest show at 9 o'clock every day. So he's at the bar today during this blizzard. So he says, oh my God, how did I agree to move to New York? I've never seen so much snow in my life. And I had to walk from my home to the studio, or ABC studio at 5 a.m. Oh, how I miss California. I need a really stiff drink.
I didn't know Ryan had such a tumultuous inner monologue. And now we know. I thought he was just a happy-go-lucky man. But now we know it's not easy to be Ryan.
This morning in the program, he complained that he had to walk from downtown to uptown in the snow. So that's why.
Eva?
Can I please have a hot coffee, extra sugar, extra cream, and a whole lot of whipped cream, please? I need a lot because Jan, my girlfriend, wants to break up with me, and I don't know what I should do, so I'm going to stuff my feelings with whipped cream. That's normal, right? I mean, what would you do if you were me?
Oh, I want to give her a hug. That's rough. Oh, man. Oh, this is awesome. You guys are killing it. Arden.
Hey, good looking. I'm having the worst day ever. I got hit by a Honda Civic today, so I can sue the guy for damages. Turns out it was my father. He's gonna be out $6,500 and pissed. Anyway, can I get a mocha, almond, hot chocolate, coffee, espresso shot, lemon boiling hot, with a side of what's your number, girl?
Wow. So that was a television show right there. I want to see this person with Ryan Seacrest. I want to put those two characters together, see what happens. That was fantastic. Anybody else? Grace.
I can't believe him. Can you believe him? Well, I don't. Seriously, imagine having enough money. Imagine being rich, having enough money to pay for a mansion, a big car, but not having enough money to pay child support. Ugh.
That's upsetting. I don't know why you would have enough money for a mansion but not child support. I'm confused and on the edge of my seat myself, Grace. So I don't know the answer to that. All right, anybody else? Mac.
Okay, I don't know. Okay. No, I told her what New York's hottest club is, and she didn't even listen to me. Like, why am I even here? What is my purpose? Yeah, did you know New York's worst hottest club is right across the street? It's called Beers and Barbecue Sauce. Like, what? That was Stefan from Weekend Update. I don't know if anybody caught on to that.
Is that real? Did you come up with that?
What?
Beers and Barbecue Sauce?
Oh, no, I came up with that. That'd be horrible.
You came up with that? That's a fabulous name. I can totally see that in a sitcom. Fantastic. You guys are killing the game. Killing the game. Anybody else? It could be someone that I can only hear and not see. Sheila.
Okay, I couldn't think of, I have Aaron from Blue Bloods and Pam from The Boss. Okay. I should have given him life. That's okay. I work with a psycho and I can't get him fired because he's my boss. Aaron. Really? What kind of psycho works at a paper office? I'll have the pistachio latte, make it a double skim milk foam. I mean, I have to let a gang chief out on the street, not a petty pencil pusher.
We had some conflicts. We had a lot of very intense issues and also some really silly ones. So, and that's the essence of television.
quick question is, can you tell us about a writer's room experience you might have had where you've had to write under intense time pressure, very tight, and you're just in a room with a whole lot of people who maybe are fighting over it? Is it always like fun and easy, or?
So I haven't been in a room myself, but I have had to turn around a Mrs. Maisel spec in 24 hours to get it agents, and that has been terrifying. So I wrote a spec. I don't know if does anybody know the show Mrs. Maisel, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel? I wrote an episode called Chicago Blessings for the Baguette, and it got me some agent meetings in LA and in New York, and my mentor needed rewrites on it, so I got 24 hours, and I just went in so I haven't been in a room yet. I'm a playwright to TV crossover artist, but that means that they can you're on your own, you're not in a room, and they'll just say, we need a different ending, or, if you do a 10-minute play. For example, the Theater of Bombay picked up a 10-minute play I wrote, and they said, oh, this is fantastic, but we can only get 2 actors on Instagram Live at a time, so can you rewrite your play in 2 hours so that 3 characters aren't on screen the whole time, it's only 2. And because I'm the writer that I am, I said, no problem, you got it, because that's how my mind works. But that is what it's like. So that happened last week. So that's a very good situation. Before I lose internet again, just in case, I'm teaching this class. I want all of you to come join me. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do very serious, groundbreaking work, like writing situation comedy. We're going to look at characters and scene structure and dialogue. It's going to be Tuesdays from 5:30 to 7 and Saturdays from 10 to 11:30, starting Tuesday, February 23rd. And I'm going to email all of you the cold open that you expertly wrote. I'm going to put it in Celtics and screenwriting software so it looks all beautiful with a cover page, and I'm going to send it to you all. And I hope that you join me, because we're going to have a lot of fun, and it's not going to be serious or intense. It's just going to be a lot of fun. And you're going to learn about TV and characters and dialogue and all that good stuff.
What you are pointing to, which is so fabulous, Sarah, is you can take something that seems excruciatingly, pressure inducing, writing something in 24 hours, and make it so much fun. It doesn't feel like work, but I know your craft. There's a lot of technique and craft and serious skills that you have to learn to write for television. Am I right?
And I think it's a lot about killing your darlings. I think television writing is for people that you get 36 pages to tell your story, or for example, your script's been picked up and it's going to be on Instagram Live, which is kind of a version of television. We can't have 2 characters. You need to rewrite your script so that for a functional reason, and you need to do it now. And I can do that. I can do that, and we all can do that. Anyone can do that. I'll teach you how to do that.
Well, but that's the great secret sauce that you can teach. It's not just any old writing class. It's really, this is how it is in the real world of TV. So I'm psyched. I can't wait for you to get talented people like this in that room.
Oh.
And we can also put it on, we we can find venues for it, as I'm sure you can. And you've already done 1 round for the Knowledge Project. So maybe anyone who's been involved in that, I wasn't lucky enough to be there, but Meg, do you want to say anything about Sarah's first debut with us?
All of us have entered from all over the country. We have people from Indiana, people from Washington, D.C., New York, California, and everybody is bringing something different. I'm a producer, so I look at it like that, and it's an opportunity for me to actually write, which I never seem to have time to do. And then there's someone who's a children's book writer. And then there's someone else who has a more historic writing background. And then there's an actor. So, and this is in the adult course, which she's running at the moment. So for me, it's an open playing field to try something I've never tried.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And I think, Sarah, you're also going to be teaching around the time. There's a couple of other master classes coming up. There's that will help people in your course, including the one with Adriana Davis on voiceover, and everything supports everything. So I'm hoping people sign up for your course and some of the other courses, but by the end of a couple of months from now, you guys could all go off to Hollywood, skip college. No, don't say that to your parents. But you will all have your foot in a door, way ahead of the game.
Yeah, but also because a number of you are obviously actors, and this is the producer having me. I'm thinking that you're in the end, each of them are going to do their own script. Is that what happens?
Absolutely.
So then a reading can be had and with a professional director, and some of you can audition or you can act in it along with actors, and then we can post that. So there are lots of ways that just how something very simple, you learn some skills, but then you also see where it rolls, see how it works by trying it out.
Should be a lot of fun. Mainly it'll be fun. Life's too short.
Questions from the audience. Ask Sarah anything. She'll give you a hilarious answer.
Yes, Arden.
What time were the classes again?
It's Tuesdays, 5:30 to 7 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 to 11:30, starting February 23rd.
Cool.
And at the end, like, we'll be writing like our own play. Is that what?
You're gonna have your own television show, babe.
Or
Own television show. Maybe not 36 pages, maybe just a 10-page clean outline script, but that's still something you could take and get other collaborators to help you write with, or you could just make it into your own full show.
Where can we sign up?
Great question. Meg, where can they sign up?
On the website by the end of the week. We'll have that posted.
And you'll all get something from the Knowledge Project, in a day or so, as Meg says, with all that information.
Any other questions about television writing or working in LA, working in New York, working with?
So I have a lot of friends in both New York and California. I live in New York. So I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. What would you say the atmosphere is like for you for writing? You write for film, right? Or?
So that's a great question. So I actually, during the pandemic, have been on I've had 5 Los Angeles readings, actually. So I had 3 at Naked Angels LA, I had 1 at Inkwell, and I had 1 with a SAG actress friend. And the environment in LA loves my 10-minute plays that are funny, they're light. And New York City likes my issue plays. So like I wrote a play called COVID-19 Bachelor Number 5, which is funny, but it's about dating during the pandemic and differences and political views. New York picked it up. Like I got a finalist for the Downtown Urban Arts Festival. Arizona picked it up. LA doesn't want that. LA wants my silly stuff. It's a little bit more serious on the East Coast and definitely sillier on the West Coast.
That's a good tip. Thank you.
Of course.
So it's a good
Great. You're absolutely great, and congratulate on your success. One short question. What was your age when you started to write?
When I was 16 years old, I won my first playwriting contest. I won the George Mason University Theater of the First Light High School Playwriting Award. And then a year later, I got the Arena Stage 10-minute play. I got my BFA in playwriting from SUNY Purchase. And I also worked in the Office of Admissions half the time because I knew that as a writer, I wasn't going to make any money for a while. So I've always, and now I do the same thing. So I have been a resident playwright at Manhattan Rep. And then it wasn't until I started to work at Columbia when I was 24. So I'm 30 years old now. And I worked at Columbia as I'm a manager of academic admin and the dean's assistant. So basically same thing I did when I was getting my degree. And then I just took a few free classes at Columbia with my mentor, David Henry Huang, who wrote the musical M. Butterfly and writes for The Affair on Showtime. And he was the one that was like, no, you should write television. Like, you got it. So at 27, I had a reading in Los Angeles at the Lankershim Arts Center where I met my director, Miriam Grill. She picked up my script. We got a casting director interested, and it just all happened. And I would say the past 3 years have been insane. I'm not going to lie to you. And it's not quite overnight. It's kind of like gradual. But yeah, it kind of takes a while. But I would say from 27 to now, it's been oh, this is gonna happen. Okay, like it's been really interesting. And yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I do write every single day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't work on a pilot or a 10-minute play contest or outlining something. But I do write every single day, and I do believe in outlining, and I think discipline has a lot to do with it, as well as being a friendly person and actually just being genuinely interested in human beings will get you very far in this business. Yes, Arden.
Do you prefer to write more comedic or dramatic material?
I don't know how to write dramatic material. I really don't. I've tried to, and it just comes out funny. I wrote a 30-page. It was supposed to be about Thanksgiving and COVID, and it's called A Thanksgiving to Remember. And LA did a reading of it on Tuesday, and it's the silliest thing I've ever heard. It's just like, I just don't know how not to write comedy.
Have you ever so you've written for shows before, like what type of shows?
So I wrote a spec for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which is a comedy on Amazon. Anybody else?
You have a couple of things in the chat.
You're attending Purchase in the fall.
Yeah.
I am.
Oh, we gotta talk. I got my BFA there. Yes.
That's what I'm aiming for.
Oh my goodness. My program, Dramatic Writing, doesn't exist there anymore, but you email me after this and we will Zoom or we will talk.
Oh, nice. I'm in the EOP program.
We will talk. We will talk. I have a lot of professors and my old boss still works there, so we will talk.
Okay.
Very exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys, thank you for hanging out with Sarah, another fantastic masterclass and a terrific course. I hope you all sign up.
It's gonna be really, really, really fun and like not at all stressful. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Take advantage of someone who's 10 or so years ahead of you. It'll save you a lot of time. Work with a mentor. Work with someone who's done what you want to do.
I have a mentor. Sheila, I'm sure you have mentors too.
And Sarah, thank you. And we'll all see you next masterclass, I hope.
Absolutely. And it was a pleasure. I'm going to go, got to finish up a little work, but it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, Rachel, and thank you, Meg and Sheila. And yeah, I hope you all sign up and come write some television comedy with me. We're going to have so much fun.